Hey guys, what the fuck is up? We are finally back for another episode of Let Timmy Smoke. It's been way too long, first of all. We recorded our last episode, when was that? It was after the World Series already. So maybe, was it November, like December?
I feel like it was November.
Oh god.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Yeah,
I feel like it might have been before Thanksgiving.
No.
I don't know. I think so.
I hope not.
I really feel like, yeah.
Anyways.
We didn't even talk about the World Series.
Yeah, we did.
Did we?
We did.
I don't remember.
No, we did. I'm pretty sure we did.
I don't know. I feel like our last episode was like before the World Series, actually.
No.
Yeah.
No, it was
not.
No,
I
because
feel
we
like...
recorded one time after that because we were talking about nothing.
Well, isn't that every episode?
No, but like we specifically had an episode where we talked about nothing. I think because we wanted to avoid talking about it, but I think we still
I
really talked about it.
I really can't remember.
I'm looking it up right now. December 18th.
Oh. I was going to say December,
so...
but that seemed really recent. Like, doesn't that seem really recent to you?
I don't know. It's like April now,
Oh my God. Time is flying.
Yeah, you know.
So we recorded right before Christmas? I really...
I don't really remember that either. That's kind of really weird.
That's really crazy.
You know what? But yeah, so we're finally back. And, you know, the season is already off to a pretty rocky start. Actually, you know what? Fun fact. This is the first time me and Sonia are ever recording together in person.
Right.
We're always recording separately. And... also, this is Sonia's first time, like, recording with an actual mic.
Thank God.
Okay, but she's like...
Oh.
We kind of go through this thing, like, every time right before we record, and we, like, can't decide when is a good time to, like, press record.
Because I can't stop, like, I have, like...
Well, no, but that's kind of always how it is. But, like, I feel like today she was really, like, hypersensitive about it because, like...
Well, I had, like, 4 shots of espresso. So, like, I really couldn't calm down. Like...
We're just kind of always on different wavelengths anyway, like, vibe-wise.
Right,
and,
like, we're
today
always
is
the opposite.
Today is just not that... I'm not necessarily tired, but
she's
I'm
about
not
to, like,
her...
beat me up. Like, I can tell by the way she's looking at me. Like, she's ready to throw me out of her room.
But that's kind of always the case, though. And that's fine.
Oh my God.
Okay, so let's talk about... So, Thursday was opening day, finally, thank God. Oh my God. Sonia literally, right before I pressed record, she decided then was the time to clear her throat like 5 million times.
I mean, I had to.
It was really scary. Anyways, okay, so Thursday was opening day, which, thank God, but also, what a mess.
Like, we really thought it was going to be just, like, smooth sailing. Like, we were just chilling, like, all the way up until, what was that, the 8th inning or something?
I think it was the 8th inning.
Oh, my God, we really thought...
Did you see that people were, like, trolling the shit out of me on Twitter that day?
I mean, isn't that every day?
That's every day. No, but that day specifically, because I tweeted, it was probably around, like, I don't know, maybe, like, the 4th or 5th inning. I tweeted, and I said, quote...
Oh.
I said, do the Mariners know the season has begun?
Oh!
And now now hold on, because at that point the score was probably like what? Like,
it was like 6-1 or something. Or maybe at that point, maybe it was like 4-1. I don't remember.
Anyway, so
we were leading.
We were very clearly leading.
I mean, the fans sounded really dead up until like the 8th inning. Like, right, it was like, are they even there? So like, I get it, but oh my God, don't even get me started on the fucking siren bitch in the background.
You know, so I tweeted that around the 4th inning. You know, people thought it was funny. People were liking it, and then the 8th inning rolls around. And people acted like they didn't just like the tweet an hour before and then decided to bring that up and be like, you jinxed us. You know what? And I did.
I mean, Marissa has that ability to really just fuck up everything good.
Okay, but like, we were all on the same page.
I don't recall liking that tweet.
No, but like, we all were under we were laughing at the time, and then it was like, and then I was in the wrong, and then people were quote tweeting it.
Good.
In the 8th and 9th inning, I was like, this is ridiculous.
I love how you people come for her on the timeline. Like, I love how she attracts like abuse, like, I don't want to say abuse, but like, she just really attracts the trolls because she herself is one. Right.
And that's fine. But yeah,
it's really hilarious to me because that's been my favorite pastime for like pretty much ever since she was born. So I really love that I'm not the only one anymore. So,
but yeah, people were trolling me for days.
Good.
So yeah, in between, just having an emotional breakdown through the way the game was crumbling, I was also being attacked via Twitter. So it was a really fun time. But yeah, I mean, what a whirlwind. What a way to start off the season, though.
I mean, but did we expect anything else? Like, we really came into the season expecting different.
I was so hopeful, though.
Oh.
Like, well, I think that day specifically, I was just really excited. Because I was like, it's
baseball
opening
is
day.
Back. Like,
right,
we're here.
Like, we're about to be that bitch. And then it was looking that way.
Well, and then we were that bitch. In the worst way.
Right.
In the worst possible way.
So then it got off to a good start, and I was like, yeah, like, this is what we've been waiting for. I miss baseball so much. And then, like, everything just fell apart very
And then it's
quickly.
like, oh, yeah, we forgot we were Giants fans for a second. Like,
right.
we thought, like, we really thought, like,
then
it was going to be, like, hot dogs and beer, like, a great time, fireworks. Like, we were living our 4th of July fantasy.
And it didn't turn out that way, and that's fine. But...
Is it?
No, it's fine.
It's literally
it's
not
fine because it's gonna turn around.
She's literally fine.
No, it's fine because things are gonna turn around and things are gonna be fine. And I mean, Buster's hit a home run in the first two games.
From a true delusion of a Giants fan.
The first two games, Buster's hit a home run.
Evan Longoria also. The old guy is out here really just carrying us.
But I'm just excited about Buster because we didn't get him last year.
I know.
So it's just nice. Like, that alone is enough to make me happy.
Yeah.
Because it's Buster's back.
I know. Watching, like, Cueto and Buster last night, like, we haven't seen that. We didn't see that at all last year, obviously, but, like, it was just so nice to see.
It just feels like it's been so long.
Yeah.
Like...
Last season is, like, a blur. It feels like it was 5 minutes long.
Last season basically didn't happen. And I'm fully willing to,
I'm sticking to that.
Negate that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, we have that. And then, okay, so yesterday's game, which obviously the Giants ended up coming through and getting the win, but Cueto gets pulled. What was that, like the 6th inning? I think
it was.
So Cueto gets pulled, and
or was it the 7th? I don't know. Either way, all he needed was to face one more batter.
Yeah, there's literally 2 outs.
He got, like, the double play ball. Right. Like, no one's on base.
Before.
Right. Like, I understand wanting him to go off on a good note. He was already at, like, 105 pitches. Like, exactly. I get that.
Like, but, yeah, he was going to be pulled.
One more batter.
Right.
Like,
pull him at the end of the inning. That's fine. Don't put him out for the 7th or whatever.
Right. Like, if he walks the next batter, like, okay, go ahead and pull him. Like, you have 2 outs. There's a runner on. Bring the bullpen in. Like, that's what they're here for.
Right.
But to, like, pull the eject button on Cueto going to a bullpen that we saw crumble before our eyes the night before, like, what the fuck,
literally
Gabe?
24 hours before, we saw the bullpen just absolutely shit itself. And, like, yeah, like, why would you want to go to that earlier than you would have to anyways?
I checked my phone. Guess what time it is?
Oh,
11:11. Actually, it's 1:11. But...
And so it's just like, I don't know. It just goes back. I mean, I think a lot of people are probably upset about it. Like, just because that's how Kapler is. Like, I'm not really surprised that he did that. So I'm surprised it happened, but I'm not surprised that he did that,
Right. Like, I feel like a lot of people have come around to him at the same time. It's just like, it's hard to watch him manage a game that he has no pulse of, at least seeming to us. Like, it just feels like he's reading the stat sheet and is, like, going literally based only off the numbers and not off of, like, what's actually happening in front of his eyes.
Right.
Like, I'm tired of playing matchups in baseball. Like, there's just so many things that I have an issue with in baseball right now that it's like, it takes away from the actual game and it plays more into, like, a computer. Like, I'm not here to watch a simulation.
Right. And, like, so, yeah, I feel like I'm one of those people that's come around a lot to Kapler because I was very fucking pissed when he was hired.
Wait, do you hear the neighbor?
Our neighbors outside right now are wild. You know, it's a Saturday afternoon and people have music going on. So if you can hear that, that's kind of fun. But anyways, yeah, so I don't know. I've definitely come around a lot to Kepler because I was
the mailman.
I don't know.
I feel like it was maybe the mailman because I don't hear it anymore.
But I was pissed when Kepler got hired on because it just seemed like he was literally the one person that no Giants fans wanted.
Right, like literally
and
nobody.
He was the one that was hired, right? So it was like already annoying and like I just was not a fan. I've come around to him a lot more, but yeah, there's still just like that total like disregard for what's actually happening,
right? Like and
it's stupid.
I want to have faith in him so bad, but at the same time I just don't trust him. I feel like time will tell because last season was very different obviously for a lot of reasons, right. But I feel like this will be the true test for him as far as seeing him being a manager, right? Because obviously it's the first regular like full season that he's gonna have with the Giants, and like also he kind of now has a better feeling for what he has to work with versus what he knew going into last season, right? Like what he just like all of a sudden he has this new group of dudes that he has to connect with, and... right? Nobody even knows these people, and like there was no real like spring training last year, and like you know, and then it's just started so late, so there was a lot of things that went wrong last year, but like I just hope that it seems like he's open to listening. Like, right. It seems like he's open to listening to players, which obviously is like a good thing. Right. He should be. It's needed. I mean, right, and that's what he should be doing. But, like, I hope... the bar is underground. That's what I was going to say. Like, like, obviously a fucking manager should be listening to their players. But especially, like, a new one like him that is not really familiar with the Giants. Right, and like, then going back to last night with him pulling Cueto out, it's like, huh? Cueto was visibly not okay with it. Right. And, like, that's why I'm saying, like, I just hope that... I'm sure there was some sort of conversation, not even just with him, but I'm sure, like, conversations will continue to come up if he, like, keeps pulling this shit. Like, just between, like, him and players and stuff. Right. And I just hope that he listens, and it's just, like... and grows from it. Like, you can listen and, like, whatever, but if you're not going to apply that, like, in the future, then what's the point? Right. Because it's just... yeah, I mean, like, we have the same problem with baseball now. It's just that it's, like, so... like, the game is not a fucking spreadsheet. Like, it's... right. It's and, like, in a lot of ways, like, a video game. Right. Like, in a lot of ways, that is good. Like, it's good to know, like, matchups and shit like that. Like, that doesn't mean, like, those stats are not... like, they don't mean anything. But it's, like, that's not the root of the game. Right. Like, I feel like baseball is different, too, in that it's, like... well, it's a lot slower of a game, so you kind of see things play out in, like, real time versus, like, a faster paced game. So it's, like, I feel like with baseball, there's more, like, variables involved that are not strictly associated with, like, the stats that are, like, related to it. Right. I feel like it, like, almost, like, kind of like how football is. Like, you need the matchups. Like, you need to know it's, like, happening. Like, right, exactly. It's happening. Exactly. But, like, with baseball, it's, like, it shouldn't be that way, and it's becoming like that. Right. That's what I'm saying. It's so much slower pace of a game to where different things are going on at any point, and you can clearly see it. It's not like, oh, like, 5 minutes down the line, you're like, oh, what just happened? Like, you know what's happening. Things happen at such a slow pace. It's literally pitch by pitch. Like, if you're missing something, it's because you're not watching. Like, right. With football, there's so many things you can miss just in one play. And especially, like, basketball, too. Right. Like, you can miss pretty much every other sport besides, like, golf is, like, way faster paced. And so it's just, like, I'd imagine, like, if he continues on this road, like, players, I mean, I'm already frustrated with it. Like, I can only imagine, like, if people, I don't know. I just hope he listens to them. I hope he listens. I hope he sees what the fuck's going on. Right. Well, the thing is, I feel like he doesn't see it. Like, I feel like it's going to be a long learning curve for him. Just I think so, too. He's so immersed in the numbers that he's not really seeing the players for, like, people. Like, he sees numbers. I agree. And then it doesn't help that, like, the coaching staff around him is, like, the same way. Exactly. I feel like. So it's like, where's the pulse at? Like, we have Ron Wotus at third base. He's not in his ear, you know, like he's not able to really tell him like, oh, like what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. But... yeah, so I just hope that he over time will see why he needs to be making those adjustments, because you can't do, there has to be like some sort of balance between the two,
right? There needs to be a human element. He's like very robotic, and like do you think it goes back to the front office? Like, do you think that's what they want from him? Because obviously Bochy was very much the opposite, and they always talked about like, oh, we need a new gen manager. Like, what does that mean? Like somebody who just listens to what he's told to do?
I think that's, well, I don't know that it's I think it's kind of that. I think just as a whole, like, Zaidi is way different from any, like, fucking Bobby Evans. That's not the same vibe at all. Like, at all.
No, completely
so it's
different.
like, right. So I think, and obviously, like, Bobby Evans went more along with, like, the Bruce Bochy route, where it's like we stick to seniority, we are loyal to our players, that right, like, and then like
nothing's gonna change.
Like, Bobby Evans was kind of like almost too involved with the human element of the game, right? To the point to where like he was like two, like there's two different extremes,
right? And we're now seeing the other extreme,
right? And so now, and like that's kind of part of the problem too, is that you're kind of still dealing with the after effects of like just the shit Bobby Evans pulled, like the people that we kind of still have around now. And
I mean, but like they pretty much cleaned house. Like there's only a few people left at this point.
Yeah, well that's what I'm saying. They're kind of now like coming out on the other side of it. So I think that that's obviously what they wanted to do. Mm-hmm. And I think that Kapler fits into the mold of what Zaidi wanted for the team going forward.
Which was for him to call the shots.
I don't even think that it's necessarily that, though. I think that it's just he wanted somebody that was all about the numbers like he is.
Yeah.
Like a very analytical person like he is.
Right.
Which is what they all are now.
Are we giving Kapler too much credit?
I don't think so.
Because I don't know if Kapler is... Well, I feel... Obviously, he's very analytical, but at the same time, it's like... I feel like it's not even that he's analyzing the numbers. He's just relying only on the numbers. Like, he's not really putting much thought into it beyond that.
Well, that's what... Right, that's what I'm saying. But, like... That's what Zaidi wanted, like somebody that was going to go off the numbers and pretty much nothing else. Because I think that's kind of what he does too, in some ways.
Yeah.
I don't know. I will say though, I trust Zaidi more than I trust Kapler.
100%. Like, and I feel like actually having Buster's presence back is gonna make a difference, I hope, too.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, I think now that it's a full season with people that he's more familiar with, and there's players like Buster, players like Cueto, Belt, Crawford that have been around and kind of know, obviously, the dynamic that they have, but can see like these younger guys coming up and be like... Right,
and to be veterans in the Giants organization.
Right, and to be able to say something and feel like they have a leg to stand on. Mm-hmm. Versus like, I don't know, to fucking anybody else. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, I hope that there's positive change there. I'm sure eventually there will be, but I don't think it's going to be anything super immediate.
Yeah, I think it's just going to take time. Like, yeah. I think hopefully by the All-Star break we'll get a good feel. I mean, I would hope it happens before that, but this is like his first real season with the guys.
Yeah,
he like knows them now.
Yeah, no, but yeah. Okay. I'm looking at questions here. I only got one. Did you get any?
Oh my god.
No, well, they're not coming in my mentions. I don't know.
I have one.
Oh, okay. Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. The first question is from Juan, aka King Energy all day.
Love him.
He says, Johnny Cueto looks more comfortable with Posey back. Mm-hmm. Do you think he's traded at the All-Star break or finishes his stint with the Giants? Now, this is a very interesting question because I think that a lot of us, myself included, were convinced that he was going to get traded last year. Mm-hmm. By the deadline.
It's something that I was
fully
for.
Yeah, I was fully expecting him to be traded. I mean, glad he wasn't. It's always nice to have Cueto around, but like I don't know. I think that's an interesting point that, yeah, obviously Buster's back. And so he's going to feel like he's more into his groove now.
Right. But also that would be a good trading, like, opportunity to have him, like, back in his prime pretty much, like, with Buster calling the shots back there. Like,
and then, yeah.
I mean, he's going to be more, there's going to be more of an appeal for him come trade deadline.
Right.
It's something that I obviously don't want. We all know I love Johnny, but I also feel like he's valuable enough to get a good return, and we need people. Like, we need Johnny, but also we're in the midst of a rebuild. Like, we can't hold on to everybody, which I think is like a whole new mindset for Giants fans. Like, we're so used to having the Bobby Evans mentality of keeping the same people every year for like literally a decade. and things are changing
every 2 years.
Right.
Recycling everything.
Right. Like,
right. And I think for that reason alone, I think that he will get traded by the All-Star break. Or at the All-Star break.
My heart is going to shatter, you guys. Like, I'm not mentally ready for it, because he's the one player that I'm like, he's just my guy. Like, I really love Johnny Cueto.
Because, yeah, again, like, obviously, there's more time for him to basically, like, showcase, and with Buster, it's going to be a lot better than what they were able to put up for him last year.
Right, especially, like, because him and Bart weren't vibing. Like, we all saw it.
Right.
And
the vibes were off. And yeah, and especially with the front office now, I don't see him staying around past the All-Star break. I didn't last year, and, you know, I'm surprised he made it past last year, so I don't see him staying around, unfortunately. So
it's gonna be a hard day. Like, I'm not ready. I'm not.
Yeah. So what was your question?
So I have a question from Jay Lassen on Twitter, and he wants to know, do the Giants still have to throw second baseman into the volcano? I fear for Dubon's career. I wish there was more consistency with the positioning of players. Like,
yeah.
I feel it's just hard because they're trying to rotate too many people's around at one time, I think, because we're so used to having like Joe Panic starting second baseman for years, and now it's like we have Donnie Barrels playing second, we have Dubon playing second and center field, and then we're wondering like what's up defensively. Like, they need consistency. Like, of course they're a major league athlete, but to be switching positions around, like, it's just, they need the consistency. And I feel I don't know. I just feel like there needs to be more of a balance defensively and offensively too for both players, for them to each thrive. Yeah. Like, they need it. So it's just going to be hard. I think
this kind of goes back to the Kapler thing, where obviously everybody's trying to figure it out, trying to figure out what is going to be the best fit for who and all that. You know, and I just think it's another thing that's going to take time, unfortunately. But I don't know that Kapler necessarily realizes, like, the toll that takes on each of them. Because he's trying to fit it into, you know, his, like, game plan, which is understandable. But also, I think that it has to be hard, like, bouncing back and forth like that, though.
Right.
So I don't know.
I mean, they're two completely different positions. Like,
right.
They need
like, it's
consistency.
Not exactly. So I don't know, but I think it'll eventually play itself out.
Right. But I mean, I really feel like ultimately whoever is most valuable offensively is who is going to end up getting that spot.
Right.
Because I feel like, I mean, we've come a long. I mean, well, I don't know if we've come a long way, but last year defensively the errors were horrendous. So if we can taper those down at least somewhat, and we have an offense, I feel like that's kind of the direction that we're going in.
Right. I agree. I didn't get anything else, did you?
No.
You know,
everyone is busy on a Saturday, which I get it, you know.
I mean, I guess, but like, well, okay, as far as the game today, what time did you say it starts? 6 something? 6:10. It starts at 6:10. Very interesting. Well, we'll see what the hell happens today, because I honestly don't know. Like, from the first 2 games that we've seen against the Mariners so far, I have no, like, barometer for what's going to go down today.
Right. Like, I feel like we should be good, you know?
You know, and that's how I felt on opening day.
Right. Poor Kevin Gossman. Like, he really, he did great. He did great. That's kind of another, not an issue, but just something that I questioned was, like, I was surprised actually that Johnny Cueto wasn't our opening day starter. Because, again, we're used to, like, the Bochy and Bobby Evans, like, seniority being number 1. And I felt like Johnny Cueto, that was just his spot.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, I'm not mad at it because Kevin Gossman is great. I just didn't think he was going to be our opening day guy.
Right. I don't know. I feel like I wasn't totally surprised that Gossman was going to be the number 1 starter, just because I feel like that's how things are being navigated already.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I guess I shouldn't have been surprised, but I guess I was. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, Gossman's been really good, and obviously Cueto is, like, you know. I mean, again, I feel like he's gonna get traded at the All-Star break, so I don't think it's like, you know.
Maybe that's another move too. Like, they're trying to kind of, like, not position him as the guy, because going forward he's not gonna be.
Right. I think it's that.
Because
I think
remember,
they're trying to prepare
wasn't there
people, because it's so many Giants fans now still are like, you know.
Because wasn't it, like, last season, was that, I honestly could not remember, but did we have Hunter Pence last year? Like, the beginning of the season? Okay, so remember when we got rid of him and everyone was like, what the fuck? But then they brought up Joey Bart, so it was like, oh, right. Like, to kind of pacify us.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like it's almost a similar move, like, all right, well, Johnny's still on the team. We can appreciate him while he's here, but he's not going to be our guy going forward.
Yeah.
It's kind of like they're like getting us ready for his departure.
Well, and, like, the whole, like, the Hunter Pence thing too is, like, you know, that was like a fan thing.
Oh, 100%.
And then there was no fans.
Right.
Though, so then it's like,
that was just kind of like a bust, right? Like,
right.
From the beginning. I really feel like they used Hunter,
right,
to, like, for us to go to the games, because
right.
attendance was declining because the team was fucking awful.
Yeah, and they still were, but, you know,
that was, like,
they
honestly,
know that Giants fans have the attachment to players.
Oh, 100%.
Like, that's just how we operate at this point, and now we're, like, being reprogrammed.
Right. And, like, we're having issues. We're, like, short-circuiting
now. It's not
now.
going well. It's not going well. I think I'm actually doing pretty well with it now. Like, I'm ready for it, but there's still some people out there struggling.
Her update's almost complete. Mine's, like, had to restart several times.
Mine's on, like, 98%. Like, I'm pretty much there. I mean, you have to just, like, players are running their course, and that's fine. I mean, especially, like, the people we still fucking have around now.
Right.
They've been around for how long?
Right.
They were just talking about, was it last night's game or the opening day? Kirk and Kuiper talking about that video of when Brandon Belka called up. And they were like, didn't that not even seem that long ago? And that was like 10 years ago. Like, it's crazy.
That is really crazy.
You know? So it's interesting. But it's obviously, like, it's just a new time.
Yeah.
You know? It's not the same. And that's fine. That's literally what happens.
It's so weird, though, because time really does fly. Like, it doesn't feel like it was that long ago at all. So now I just feel old.
Okay. I don't think it's that. I think it's just, like...
Oh.
Time has passed. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's just interesting to see how it's going to play out. Because, yeah, again, the fans have so much attachment to players. And, like, they don't know anything past that.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's like, oh, like, what do you mean? Like, Buster's probably not going to be around in, like, a couple years. Like, what? Like, that doesn't make any
when
sense.
she said that, my heart sank.
See, and it's, like, it's just the reality of it, though. I don't have a problem with it anymore, but, like, I've let go of my attachment. Not that I don't love, I mean, I would die for Buster, but, like, you know, it's just things that you have to eventually realize, and it's okay.
I'm gonna start hyperventilating, so we're just on completely 2 different stages of detachment.
I'm just now realizing that the Giants are coming to San Diego this coming week.
So pretty much we're gonna go downtown.
We're gonna have to finesse our way. You know what? I actually, I know some people. First of all, if you don't know, we're from San Diego. Some people might not know that. You know what?
Right.
I actually had DMs from people confused, not even knowing that we had a podcast because we haven't posted in so long.
I mean, I don't fault them for that.
You know, right?
I wasn't sure if we had one anymore, to be honest.
Somebody just DM'd me and said, "What is the podcast?"
Love you.
You know, so there's just different things. But yeah, so the Giants are going to be in town this coming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, but that's what I was going to say. I know people that were at like opening day and stuff. Like here.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember Dad was saying like tickets were ridiculously expensive.
Well, right. And I don't even know. I don't know if it's like a season ticket holder, like priority. I'd assume maybe. I don't actually know.
I mean, I would assume so, but I'm sure those people are reselling.
I mean,
they're trying to stack up the coins.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely saw some people that are like they're there. Like they're out there vibing. Which is interesting. So we're going to have to finesse our way.
Right.
To simply steal their tickets.
Right. Like, I would die. I would literally die. Like, we've gone how long without being at an actual game? And to see them in person.
What was the last game?
Oh, man.
You went to? Oh, you know what? The last game I went to was that September 2019. It was when the Padres did the farewell ceremony for Bochy.
Oh my gosh.
That's so crazy. That was the last game I was at. Ew, that's so weird.
What a different time.
Whoa, that was so long ago.
I honestly don't remember.
It was probably sometime that summer. 2019. Because yeah, whenever the Giants came for that ceremony, because they always come like the last couple series, so it was like the end of the season.
I feel like the last game I remember being at was when Barry Bonds. It was like a whole like Barry Bonds tribute day. That was amazing. He was there and did his whole speech, and it was like a really cool time.
I love that.
I feel like I went to a game after that though, but I honestly don't remember.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I feel like it kind of sucks because in 2019, I feel like I didn't go to as many games as I had in previous years either. So it was like, it sucks because then it's like, okay, well now it's really felt like such a long time.
Because I feel like every year my New Year's resolution is to get to more games. Yeah. And then last year it was just kind of like,
like
what is this?
That's not gonna happen. But yeah, I think that's interesting. If you're going to opening day next week, I'm really upset and I'm really mad.
She's directing that comment to the one person specifically.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
But I just mean in general.
Do you hear her lying? Like.
No, but I just mean in general. Like, I'm just sad because I want to be there.
Right, I'm so jealous.
I was sad seeing people at the freaking Padres opening day.
I was sad seeing people at spring training.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You know, and it's just frustrating.
It's frustrating to see people living out your dreams.
Yeah, I'm just still mad because we were supposed to go to spring training last year, and I just,
oh God,
for pretty much every reason, did not happen.
Yeah.
So it's just things to be upset about. But you know, yeah. So I mean, eventually, I'm sure at some point we'll be able to go to a game this year. Eventually.
Yeah. At some point, I guess. Until then, we'll just be watching them all and crying. Yeah.
Well, I kind of think that's it. I'm trying to refresh. I don't think I have any other questions.
Let me try one more time.
You know what? Why do people like the tweet and don't ask a question?
Because they're just supporting us being back finally, I think. And so they're like, whoa, this caught us off guard.
Right. I should have posted it yesterday is what I should have done. I could have given people more time. Maybe that's what I'll try to do. I feel like every episode we literally say that. Like, we should have done this sooner, and like we just don't.
We just need a set schedule because I never know like when. It kind of just always happens.
Right.
So.
Well, now that baseball's back too, though, it can be more.
more like regular.
Right. Because I think for the majority of last season, we were uploading pretty regularly, I think. But like, you know, and then it just kind of got to the point towards the end of the season. Then
right.
we
didn't like where things were going.
Right.
So we just kind of
checked out. Kind of mentally checked out. I think that's kind of what happened. But, I mean, now that baseball's like fully back, I think maybe because last year we were trying to upload on Fridays. Mm-hmm. So maybe we can just continue that.
Right.
Today's Saturday, but like, you know.
I mean, same thing. Because most people weren't hearing it until Saturday anyway. Because we would upload like late Friday night. It would be like
that's true.
Midnight.
Well, you know what? We'll figure it out. Friday or Saturday, somewhere around there, the episode will be up. Because at this point, I'm sure this will be up within like an hour after we're done with this. So that'll be fun. Oh, we were talking about how eventually we want to not fully, well, I guess would kind of switch over, but like kind of doing it live, like through video.
That would be so much fun.
So let us know your thoughts, because I think that'd be so fun. Because I don't know, like I listen to podcasts all the time and it's really cool, but I always like even more when there's like a video element to it. Because I like listening, like I feel like, especially when I'm working out and stuff, I like kind of go back and forth. Like I'll listen to music sometimes, but like 90% of the time I have to listen to a podcast, because like I kind of feel like I'm more like enveloped in a story, you know?
Right.
So I like that, but also I like video. I like seeing the people. I think it's fun. So I think that would be really fun if and when we eventually do that. I really want to. Oh, wait. Did somebody just...
Oh.
No, somebody just liked the tweet. Dang it. I thought I saw said mentioned you. Oh. You know, and that's fine. But yeah, we'll just have to post it sooner. And again, a lot of people didn't even know that we had a podcast. So... That's probably another reason why, you know, things just weren't happening, but that's okay. But yeah, so going forward, we'll probably end up uploading either Friday or Saturday. At some point at the end of the week, we'll be uploading, and eventually, like, to do it through video. Like, live would be cool.
I think that would be fun.
Because then we can get, like, live questions.
Oh, so it would be, like, more interactive, like...
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I like that.
Right, and then like afterward, well, I guess we'd have to figure out a way. We can like upload it to YouTube or something, so then it like after it just like lives on, you know?
Oh.
So that way it's, well, because like if it's a video, like how are you going to upload that to like Spotify, you know?
Oh, right.
So like we can find some other ways you can like listen to it later. It's not like you have to watch it live. So it'll be fun. I'm actually really looking forward to that though.
Me too.
Because, like, for those of you that don't know, video editing is, like, my passion. Like, I live for that shit. So, like, finally because, I mean, editing a podcast is, like, kind of cool. I mean, it's, like, whatever. But, like, editing video is so fun to me. So, like, that'll be fun. Like, for me. Like, first. I'm just doing it for me.
Oh.
So, you know, but, yeah. But I think if you have no other comments, I think that's pretty much it.
I mean, I think I'm good. Like, I'm excited to see them play the Padres.
Yeah. Wait, will we be able to watch that game?
Oh my god.
This is, you know what? This is actually some more tea. Oh my god, let's talk. Wait, hold on. Before we go, we gotta talk about this. So, the fucking Padres. So, again, we're based in San Diego, so we're seeing this play out in real time. But obviously, everybody knows the Padres have had a crazy fucking offseason. And are basically gearing up for the season of like
a lifetime.
Padres fans' lives. Right. Haven't had a season like this pretty much ever. Well, in a long ass time. And so it's one season people actually want to watch. Tatis is out here. Machado's out here. Everybody's fucking out here. And Padres fans, the majority of them can't even watch the fucking games. That's fucking crazy. So basically... the fucking broadcasting group that, so they own Fox Sports, right? Fox Sports San Diego.
Right.
And so so this, the broadcast company is fucking Sinclair, which of course it was. they don't have a partnership with them anymore. So now the only way for Padres fans to watch the games is through like DirecTV and like Cox.
Right.
So basically, like, you can't stream it on like Hulu or like anything like that, which obviously a lot of people have been like switching to that. Mm-hmm. That's what we fucking have. We don't have like actual cable. Because like, why would you have cable now?
Right. It's like, so gross. Yeah, no.
Don't do that. But like, you know, and so a lot of people are fucking streaming. And again, especially because like, especially like, because Padres fans are now attracting a lot of the younger crowd. Because everybody's all fucking about Tatis, which of course, but like, it's attracting a lot younger fans that probably are streaming their content and not fucking have cable.
That's just awful.
So yeah, so a lot of people are missing out on it, which really sucks because it's probably going to be a really exciting season for them, and a lot of people are probably not going to be able to see it.
This actually makes me really sad for the series because like we have MLB TV to watch the Giants, but like because they're going to be in San Diego, it's going to be blacked out. We're not going to be able to watch it live.
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out, because
I'm gonna cry.
Because yeah, whenever we can never obviously watch the Giants broadcast here because it would just black out and we'd have to watch the Padres broadcast.
But now that there's no Padres broadcast.
That's what I'm saying. Like, will we be able to watch the Giants, or will it still be blacked out because it's the Padres?
I feel like it's gonna be blacked out because it's the Padres.
I mean, stay tuned. We'll talk about it. Well, yeah, what the fuck? So we might
have to watch the game like after the fact or something.
This is so stupid.
I mean, I have a sneaky link. I have a website to stream games on, but like website. But yeah. But yeah, I tried it last night and it wasn't working. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we might have to throw it back, you know, and watch some sort of quote stream.
Right. A shared experience.
A shared content stream. You know, and we'll figure it out. But yeah, we'll keep you updated, because I'm sure if we have to go that route, we're going to be really pissed and we're going to have to talk about it. But I think it's really interesting.
Our next episode is going to be a full-on rant.
It's just, yeah, it's going to be you're probably going to be crying and I'm just going to be like yelling.
Oh yeah, that's us in a nutshell.
That's pretty much us all the time. But yeah, I just think that's really annoying. I really haven't seen, they've kind of been talking about it like in the local news here, but
I mean,
I guess I don't follow, not really, but like I guess I don't really follow any Padres fans. I was gonna say they're probably not even really talking about it on Twitter. I'm sure Padres Twitter is losing their mind. Yeah. I don't know them. we don't follow them. But yeah, I guess that's why the people that I know are at the games. Because they're like,
they have no choice.
Right.
Like, how else are they going to keep up with the team?
At all costs, we're going to be there. You know what? And that's cool. But yeah, so we'll keep you updated. But I think that's pretty much it.
Right.
Okay. Well, we will be back next Friday or next Saturday. Again, we'll keep you updated. If you have any questions now, baseball related, please send them in.
Right.
Yes, we need them. I'm literally begging you to please send them.
We're grasping.
Grasping at fucking straws. But yeah,
I mean, I tweeted something, no replies.
I got one reply. This is so stupid.
Man, we're dry out here.
We both literally almost have like 3,000 followers, and everybody just scrolled past that.
Shit, you know?
Everybody scrolled past that, was like, we don't care.
Honestly,
here to tell you right
good
now.
For them, you know.
You know what? So yeah, if you're listening right now and you have questions, just send them to us now. We'll save them and keep them for the next recording. But yeah, you know what? Maybe we should post on like Thursday.
I'm just gonna start posting throughout the week because we need to get some kind of reach.
Getting so bad. Nobody's gonna even want to listen by the time we make your podcast.
We're gonna get blocked by so many people.
Oh my god. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. So we'll be back next weekend. Mm-hmm. We'll just say. And yeah, we'll keep it going. We'll see. Hopefully the Giants can pull through and win tonight. Fingers crossed. But yeah. So you're good?
I think that rolls it up.
Oh my god. I always forget to say that. Yeah, but that's gonna roll it up. This is so stupid. Okay, but we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.